What's up, guys? This is Ninja on the Ninja, and basically, I'm a teacher, right? I'm a coach. This includes life. I call people out regularly. People call me a hater. They're generally haters themselves because what I say generally, what's it called? It's just the truth. Basically, if you want to get salty about it, that's your business, but it's not hating, right? It's like someone being fat and me saying, hey, they're fat. That's not hating. What hating is when I take that and say, shut up, you're fat, therefore you don't make or mean anything, and then I take it down to that level, then I'm getting toxic. But as far as just saying it, no, it's not. So like the N word, like the word nigger, right? You can say it if it's just a word, but when you say it and have the context tied to it, then it's a problem, right? And I accidentally clicked. Okay, so good. Yeah. Anyways, so again, I'm a teacher, and so I don't like it when people claim to teach people how to do things. Okay. Now, there is a video that popped up on just whatever I was just browsing uh, as I do, um, and this showed up, right? Okay. Now, it's called How to Carry 4v5 Games with This Build. It's August 17th, 2025. He has 7,000 subscribers. His name is Monster Space SSS. Okay, now, if this said, watch me carry 4v5, whatever. But it's telling you how to carry 4 versus 5. And that I have a problem with. That is the situation. And basically, um, as a contender, I don't like sharing my turf, right? Um, Now, for my life, for the whole beginning of my life, I never had any kind of um, turf. Basically, I never felt something as if it was mine. I never felt that I owned it. It was me. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I. I never had that kind of feeling, right? So, anyways, um, I do now, basically. And I think the problem with America is kids are brought up to feel that way, and that's why they let things go until it's too late. And again, this is why I'm speaking up because I'm trying to encourage people to speak up, basically, so that they also call shit out and stop allowing things to happen, like report bots on video games and whatnot that aren't supposed to be there. And sure, yes, it's not hurting anybody at the time, but when like if it's a 5v5 game, if 4 bots are in your room or in your game, it's gonna make your experience hell because there's nothing, right? That's not a game at that point, and it's because you allowed the problem to grow. Now it's 4 of them in a room, whereas before it was just one. And this is what Jordan Peterson was talking about with clean your room, make sure you have everything good, and like that's where my turf and my territory comes from. Cause I cleaned my room, I maintained myself, I got through all this bullshit, I got through all this whatever, and I am who I am, right? That's what matters. That's what it is. Okay. So, anyways, so I watched this video. As you can see, I got to 59 seconds basically, and here I'm gonna show you the comment that I wrote. It says how to carry. First, record one game. Act like that one game represents every game. Ignore everyone. Warn everyone else who knows. I mean, claims this isn't true. 2. Do well in that one game, then act like that performance in that one game is the same with every game. This includes your opponents and your team. And again, ignore the fact that this is a lie. 3. I forgot to mention, don't have a brain. You will realize that this doesn't work except those games where you are playing versus bots or noobs, such as the game that was shown, basically, because that does happen every now and then. You'll be playing a game, like you lost 9 games, 10 games, and then the next game you play, it's a free win, and you can make it look like whatever you want. You can that's what a lot of people actually got famous for is watch me beat up little kids, basically. And everyone thought, oh look, he's a challenger, he's good, he knows what he's doing. No, they're faking it, they're lying, they're pretending, and you're fucking falling for it. Stop it. That's all I'm saying, right? And again, people say, oh, you're just hating, you're hating. No, that's not hating. It's the truth because anyone who plays the game knows it depends. Every single game depends. You might need armor that game. Maybe you need armor pen that game. Maybe you need magic pen that game. It depends. There is no I win button. If there was an I win button, they added it. I remember recently I seen I guess some pros are complaining and saying that League of Legends is too balanced, and they miss going like a 9 or 6 of an item, or they miss the imba, they miss that kind of like OP aspect of the game, and the reason why, it's because they were fake, and the only reason why they were actually good at popping off was because they found these exploits and glitches, and that's what they would run with. And now that you actually have to be good, which is what it should have been from the beginning, which is what they aimed for, and again they missed. It's not like it was meant to be Imba; it was just happened to be. And they're acting like, oh no no, you should put it back to Imba because that's what we want. You're a fucking idiot, dude, and you're just a spoiled kid, and you want it to be that way because you don't know what damage is, you don't know what danger is, you don't know what cost is, you have no idea what responsibility is, you don't realize how good you have it, and you want it to go bad, or back to those times where it was favorable to you. Like all these kids, it's called a midlife crisis. That's what they used to call it. That's what these kids are doing. They're having midlife crises, basically, right? I miss the good days when I was OP. You were OP because of some exploitative bullshit, right? And now that you actually have to be amazing or good at something, you can't rise up, and that's how it's always been. So, anyways, um, let's see. 3. I forgot to mention, don't have a brain. You realize this doesn't work except those games where you're playing versus bots or noobs. See, I am a failure. All I know how to do is punch down. 4. Success. And I said, snake oil, it sells when people are not smart. And it's people, I was going to say, um, like dumbasses, basically. It's dumbasses like you that make sure other people are not smart. It's because this dumbass, look at, I found an easy win button. I found an easy win button. And he's trying to pawn it off to you, someone who doesn't know. And I'm telling you, there is no such thing as an easy win button. You have to be good. That's why in most of those like old school Chinese movies, they had wax on and wax off. And like Mr. Miyagi and the Karate Kid, I'm not sure if you're old enough to know this shit, but back in the day, like old like practice, it was part of it. You had to be good. Basically, you had to do the work, the lifting. The strength doesn't just fall in your lap. You have to spend an hour a day for a month just to be able to like do push-ups and shit. It takes time, right? And these kids are like, oh look, I have the secret win, but no, they don't. They're lying to you, right? It's just like Trump trying to sell gold coins and shit. I go buy my coins and be worth a lot of money. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Basically, it's only worth money because I said it's worth money. But when you try to sell it and no one wants it, that's when the value goes off because it's all dependent on just buying it because I said so. That's why you're buying it. That's it. But there's no actual value to it, right? It's not an American dollar, for example. Anyways, so snake oil sells when people are not smart, and it's dumbasses like you that make sure people are not smart. Also, I watched about a minute. Kid is high on opiates or the effect of. And then I wrote sniff. And there's also lip smacking, and stuff like that. And like he doesn't have a camera, but like scratching and whatnot. So, anyways, yeah. As far as watching, cool. But as far as teaching, shut up. I hate. Shut up, kid. I hate liars. Right. So, basically just to show you the.
Amazing. I'm gonna buy a long sword, refillable potion, and show you the build. Okay,
Yeah, you say here is.
the
That's
build
not
here is
natural.
sword, refillable potion, and show you the build. Okay.
And he's talking like he's high, basically, and he's presenting his case high. And this is what I will say. I will admit, a lot of people exploit this. It is a problem where people are doing what they're doing because of drugs, basically, and for a certain extent, go for it, do what you want. But I'm just saying, be careful because people can use that against you, right? Like me, for example, I went through brain surgery, a brain tumor, and the doctor fucked up. They got me addicted to medication, and then the town started giving me a watered down version, but I needed the medication, and so like they had me um, in a spot where I shouldn't have been, basically. And it's like people are like willing to suck your dick, and they're willing to bend over for you, and they're willing to like. Fortunately, I never did any of that. Right? I always had a friend, or I always had somebody there, or there's some way, or I just suffered for a while. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I did win. I did get over. I did succeed because that's who I am. The whole reason why I exist is because I refuse to be broken. That's basically it. Like that's my strength is that I refuse to be broken. I'm the unbreakable. Basically, I'm the dog that refused to learn how to be potty trained. I, for example, I will pee on the carpet to prove a point, but I don't because I'm kind or because I don't want to live with the piss on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I know, but if that wasn't the case, fuck, I'm gonna pee everywhere. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit because I'm unbroken. Basically, that's what it is. I'm kind, and I will let things go because I'm kind and I'm a good person. I'm nice, but anyways. So I just again, I'm just calling him out. This guy right here, Monster SSS. He'll probably change his name or something now, but the point is, anybody that tries to tell you this is how you win, this is the secret, this is the shortcut, how to get big, how to get rich, how to fucking do this, and how to date, blah blah blah, don't listen to them because it depends. And anywhere where their operation works, it's because they're fighting bots or some generic bullshit, and that's a world you don't want to be part of. Basically, if you copy this guy and his technique works, chances are that female isn't worth your time, basically. And you think she's worth your time, but she's not. And then you're going to go and employ what he taught you, and you're going to get her, and you're going to realize, fuck, I fucked up. That's what's going on, okay? I'm not hating. I'm watching out for you. Literally, that's it. I exist because they ruined my life. They fucked up my life. Um, I wanted a motorcycle. I wanted to just chill and just that was it, right? But they got in my way. They fucking took it all and destroyed it all. Brain tumor, all this bullshit, all this hardship, all this fucking whatever. I went through hell. I don't want anything. I don't want my. I don't want all this stuff. I want to simply just a girlfriend and a drink. That's all I want. Just drink, get alcohol, smoke weed, just chill and have fun, hang out and play games and talk. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. You want to fucking fly around? Go for it. That's all you have fun, right? But I didn't want any of that. Anyways, people always tell me, "Oh, you're egotistical. Oh, you're egotistical." No, you're egotistical. You see, what I'm doing is egotistical because you're looking at it from an egotistical perspective. That's why there's this one time there was a debate, and the guy was arguing, but he didn't realize that he was arguing from a perspective that was it's an economy that America has, capitalism basically, and he's talking about money and value and buying it via money and own and trade, basically, and that he didn't understand that that was capitalism. And you're explaining capitalism where you make money to buy stuff. That's capitalism. But if you actually break it down and go further, you can trade a cup for a lap or a phone for a laptop or a cup for a computer. Like it depends, right? It really depends. Like some people will be like, oh my god, that's rare over here. Well, I'll give you my daughter. You can have my daughter. That's rare, like unheard of. Oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It depends. I don't know if you're gonna get that, but anyways, um, be well, be safe. Just know I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and just know that there's people like this douchebag everywhere. The boss, he's one of these fucking losers. That's capital. That's the boss. The reason why he's so popular is because he is the monkey in the tree that flings poo at people. People love it. Kids love it. They all part of that tree. But the problem is when they're 30 and they're too big for that tree, they're gonna hate life. They're gonna wake up and hate life. But everyone that's been riding with me, they're gonna fucking either they're also gonna suffer from being too good. It's very unlikely. But basically, there's the Bernie blackout. You too will become Bernie blacked out, or enough of you will exist where they can't do that anymore. Basically, where that condition of Bernie blackout won't be a thing because you are aware and awake. You're like, no, like Bruce Lee, we knew who he was because the system wanted it to be, basically allowed him to be, and his name spread because that's what it was. But what I'm telling you is the same is not true with Bernie Sanders. He should have been like Bruce Lee. Everyone should have loved him. But because they control the market and the narrative and the algorithms and all that shit, it's fucked up. Anyways, this guy's a liar. This guy's full of shit. So, anyways, peace out. Be well, be happy, be safe, and